What's up, everybody? I hope you had an awesome weekend. If you were here on Sunday, it sure was great to see you. If you missed out on Sunday, we sure did miss you, and we hope to see you really soon. This past Sunday, we continued our series, The Garden, a series of unfortunate events, learning the story of Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. And this week we learned a very important lesson. I'm going to say our what's up. If you know it, go ahead and say it with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I may be tempted, but I won't give in. That's right. Now everybody say that with me. You ready? 1, 2, 3. I may be tempted, but I won't give in. Yeah, and this Sunday, you know what? We learned some very important lessons from a certain character in our story. Do you remember which character we kind of focused on this week? If you said Eve, that's right. We learned some mistakes that Eve made when it came to handling and dealing with temptation, and we learned some things that maybe we can do differently on how to handle temptation when it comes. So in our call to action this week, we learned 3 important points on how to handle temptation. And I want you to help me fill in the blank for our call to action points if you remember them. The first one was, don't listen to Satan's lies. Trust God's... Do you remember? Trust God's plan. That's right. Don't listen to Satan's lies. Trust God's plan. That was the first thing we learned on how to handle temptation. Don't listen to Satan's lies. Trust God's plan. The second thing we learned was don't hang around blank from temptation. Fill in the blank. What was it? Run. Very good. Don't hang around. Run from temptation. And then the third thing we learned was don't follow the crowd. Do what's right. Very good. Don't follow the crowd. Do what's right. Very important. 3 things that we can do when we face temptation, how to handle, how to avoid temptation when it comes. Our power verse this week was found in James 4:7, and it says, "So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Can you say that with me? So humble yourselves before God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. James 4:7. That's right. And now I have one question that I want to ask you. Maybe you can think about it yourself. Maybe even talk to your family about this question as you drive around, or maybe before dinner or before bed. And that question is this: have you ever made a mistake that eventually led to sin? Have you ever made a mistake that eventually led to sin? Think about it, talk about it with your families, maybe share a story of a time that maybe you did something that maybe to start off with it was just a little thing, but eventually it led to sin. So take some time this week, talk about it. Don't forget your activity sheets that went home. Those are great tools you can use to review our lesson. Also, our family devotion was sent out via Facebook Messenger to your parents, so you guys can use that as well. But I hope you have a great week. I hope to see you back on Wednesday night for our GC Kids small groups. It's going to be a great time. But if not, I certainly hope to see you back next Sunday for a great service as we close out our final week of our series, The Garden, a series of unfortunate events. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and I'll see you soon, all right? Bye-bye.